We begin with a story that could make a real difference in the life of working parents across Mizoram. This morning, Social Welfare, Women and Child Development Minister Pil Rinpui inaugurated the Palna Anganwadi cum Krish at the Mizoram Secretariat Complex in Meneko, Aizawl. Speaking at the inauguration, the minister said the facility was established to support government employees, particularly women staff members, by helping them balance their professional responsibilities with childcare. She noted that children below 6 years of age go through critical stages of physical and mental development and therefore require proper nutrition, health care, and supervision. The new center will provide childcare services linked with the Anganwadi system. These services include nutritional support, health checkups, and developmental monitoring. Officials said the facility follows guidelines under the Mission Shakti program of the Ministry of Women and Child Development. It also complies with the provisions of the Maternity Benefit Act 2017, which requires workplaces with more than 50 employees to provide childcare facilities. The minister expressed hope that the initiative would reduce the burden on working parents and serve as a model for other government departments across Mizoram. The Guwahati High Court has directed the Mizoram government to frame guidelines for recovering funds from beneficiaries of the Parking House Support Scheme, better known as PAHOS, if the financial assistance was not used for its intended purpose. The order was issued on June 5th by a division bench comprising Justice Michael Zotankuma and Justice Sanjeev Kumar Sharma. The direction came after the Urban Development and Poverty Alleviation Department submitted an affidavit before the court on June 4th. The High Court has directed the state government to verify whether beneficiaries are using the structures for parking purposes and to submit agreements signed between the government and the beneficiaries. The court observed that although allegations of misuse have surfaced, no efforts have been made so far to recover funds because there are currently no clear guidelines governing such action. The judges stated that if beneficiaries fail to use the assistance according to the objectives of the scheme, the government must take steps to recover the money. According to records submitted before the court, 139 beneficiaries in Aizawl received a combined total of Rs 11.36 crore under the program. PAHOS was launched on February 6, 2019 by the then Chief Minister Mizoram Thanga. The scheme was designed to encourage the construction of parking facilities and help reduce traffic congestion in Aizawl, where parking remains a major challenge. The matter will be heard on July 15, 2026. The Mizoram Movement for Old Pension Scheme, commonly known as MIMOPS, observed a mass casual leave today as part of its continuing demand for the restoration of the old pension scheme. The organization says pension security remains one of the biggest concerns for government employees. According to MIMOPS, concerns have continued ever since Mizoram adopted the new pension system in 2010. Members argued that the current system does not provide the same level of certainty and security after retirement as the old pension scheme. The organization maintained that the protest is not directed against the government itself, but is intended to secure a more dependable pension system for present and future employees. According to findings presented by the Sinod Prison Ministry, nearly half of all inmates currently locked in the state's prisons are behind bars for offenses linked to alcohol and narcotic drugs. The findings were presented during a prison inmate study seminar held last Friday at the Ramhlunvengthar Presbyterian Church Hall in Aizawl. The study found that Mizoram's 10 prisons currently house 1,735 inmates. Out of this total, 676 inmates were imprisoned for offenses related to alcohol and drugs. That represents 47.8% of the state's prison population. The report also found that 76.7% of inmates are between the ages of 18 and 40. More than half reported regular use of alcohol or drugs before imprisonment. Church leaders said the findings highlight the continuing social impact of substance abuse and underline the need for stronger prevention and rehabilitation efforts. Healthcare financing has once again become subject of political debate in Mizoram. Leader of the opposition, Leltanda Maralte, has alleged that the Mizoram government still owes Sinot Hospital more than Rs 7.73 crore for treatments provided under the Mizoram Universal Healthcare Scheme. Speaking at an MNF program in Saitua last Friday, Leltanda Maralte argued that delayed reimbursements are discouraging private hospitals from fully participating in the scheme. According to him, some hospitals have become reluctant to join because of concerns about financial sustainability. The remarks have added to the ongoing discussions surrounding healthcare funding and implementation of the state's universal healthcare program. At the same time, the government is also moving ahead with major healthcare infrastructure improvements. Last Saturday, Health Minister Pilarin Puy and Power and Electricity Minister Pu F. Roding Liana inspected plans to strengthen power supply systems at the Civil Hospital Aizol and Zoram Medical College and Hospital in Falcon. The project include dedicated power lines, a 500 kVA diesel generator, and solar backup systems for critical departments, including the intensive care unit, blood bank, and operation theater. Plans at Zoram Medical College and Hospital also include a 1.5 megawatt solar power plant. The inspection followed Indian Oil Corporation's donation of advanced medical equipment worth more than Rs 62 lakhs, which includes a C-arm machine, a diathermy machine, and an advanced life support ambulance. A new facility aimed at supporting cancer patients and their families has also been opened in Aizol. Last Friday, Forest Minister Pulel Tansanga inaugurated a new hospice ward at Zemapol Cancer Kwalbuk. Built through support from Mizoram Rural Bank's Corporate Social Responsibility Fund and contributions from organizations and individuals, the facility contains 10 beds and is staffed by 1 doctor, 5 nurses, and a caretaker. Officials say the hospice will provide specialized care and long-term support for cancer patients who may find treatment at home or in conventional hospital settings difficult. Environmental protection efforts continued across Mizoram over the weekend as authorities marked World Environment Day with a series of activities focused on waste management and conservation. The Aizol Municipal Corporation adopted resolutions supporting implementation of the Solid Waste Management Rules 2026 and called for an intensive awareness campaign on waste segregation across the city. On Saturday, AMC officials visited waste treatment facilities, recycling centers, and Aizol's main market to educate residents and business owners on proper waste segregation practices. Meanwhile, the Mizoram Pollution Control Board conducted anti-plastic awareness drives across the districts. The Lai Autonomous District Council also observed Green LADC Day by planting 420 saplings as part of its environmental program. Officials say these efforts are aimed at promoting cleaner communities and greater public participation in environmental protection. And finally, the state's first dedicated hair transplant clinic was officially inaugurated last Saturday at JL Building in Tuiqual, Aizol. The facility, known as LBS New Life Clinic, was opened by former Health Principal Director Dr. Laurin Liana Silo. Along with hair transplantation services, the clinic also offers physiotherapy, ultrasound, X-ray, endoscopy, and laboratory facilities. Clinic officials said many residents previously had to travel outside Mizoram for hair transplant procedures. More than 20 people reportedly registered for treatment even before the clinic formally opened, reflecting growing local demand for specialized medical and cosmetic services. That is all for now. Thank you for watching.